Hey guys, welcome to the biggest club on the internet, Hitler here, and today we're going to be looking at the top 5 perks in Call of Duty Zombies. Before we get started, there are a few rules. The first one is that we're going to be not including Jug or Quick Revive on this list to avoid them taking up the top 2 spots and this being a boring ending. And also, we're going to be disregarding the Black Ops 4 perks because I put those in a separate category on its own. So maybe I'll make a separate video with just BO4 perks, but for now I'm just going to leave them out. And keep in mind that this is just my personal opinion, so if you really don't like it, go leave a comment saying that I'm terrible at zombies and how my videos are bad, because I'll be sure to ignore it. But yeah, let's get right into this. So coming in at number 5 is Mule Kick. Now before you guys yell at me and tell me that I'm wrong, just hear me out. Mule Kick is not the best perk on every map. I mean, it's not the best perk, period. That's why it's only at number 5. But on some maps, it's absolutely crucial to have the extra ammo. Specifically maps that don't have a lot of ammo in the Wonder Weapon, like pretty much any BO1 map or Zetsubo. I always find myself using Mule Kick on Zetsubo just because that Masamune, or KT4, whatever you want to call it, really doesn't have enough ammo. Once you start getting up there into the higher rounds, it's really crucial. Basically what Mule Kick does, it lets you have a third weapon so that you have extra ammo and an extra weapon to fight with, which I think is great. It's one of my favorite perks, so it comes in at number 5. Speaking of favorite perks, coming in at number 4, we have Stamina Up, and I always usually find myself using this on a lot of maps in my main 4 perks. Like Origins, you definitely need Stamina Up because of the mud, and Shadows of Evil, I don't know why I always find myself using it on Shadows, but really, Stamina Up's just a solid perk overall. I really like it. It is my favorite perk. What Stamina Up allows you to do, it allows you to run about, I think, 7% faster, as well as doubling your sprint duration. It's a really, really good perk, and I really like it. That's why it's my favorite, and it comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have PhD. This one could have been higher if it was on more maps, which I think is the problem with a lot of perks that didn't make it on this list, but PhD was just too good to leave out. PhD lets you take 0 explosive damage, also take 0 fall damage, and if you dive, like on the ground, it makes a huge explosion that kills zombies, I think up until like round 30. I unfortunately didn't have any footage for PhD, so I had to use the dumb gobblegum on Black Ops 3, but it still gives you the general idea of what it is. If you look in the footage here, you'll see that I'm getting damaged before I have the gobblegum when I shoot an explosive weapon. But then after I have it, I just shoot a full clip into my feet, and I don't even take 1 bit of damage. That's basically just a general idea of what it does. And honestly, if it was on more maps, like if it was on Die Rise, I probably would have put it higher on this list, but since it's not, it just sits right here at number 3. Coming in at number 2, we have one of the OGs, Speed Cola. And this perk, I don't know, I always find myself using this along with Stamina Up in one of my main 4 perks because I just love reloading faster. Normally in a game of zombies, you need to be quick and you need to always be moving. And if you have a slow ass LMG that is gonna slow you down when you run and reload, you're gonna need Speed Cola for it. Especially when you're using the Dingo. The Dingo's not as bad, but it seems to be the LMG that everyone likes to use. Also, a hidden feature of Speed Cola is that it rebuilds barriers, I think like 50% faster, so you can rebuild barriers a lot quicker than you could before, and it's a really good perk, and it comes in at number 2. Before we get to the number 1 spot, I'm gonna have a few honorable mentions just because there's some perks that could have made it on the list if it was just for 1 or 2 things holding it back. But yeah. The first honorable mention goes to Double Tap 2.0, not 1.0. I would not even put that probably on the top 10 perks, but Double Tap 2.0 really could have made it on this list. It's a really great crutch perk. You can use it. I don't really find myself using it too much unless I'm on Drak. That's the only map I feel like you have to have Double Tap on because you need it to deal with the Panzer, because if not, it's just going to be a pain in the ass. Honestly, the thing that holds Double Tap back is once you get into those higher rounds, it doesn't matter if your gun's doing double damage or not, it's still going to do nothing to the zombies. That's the only reason why it's in an honorable mention. If there were more spots, it could have made it on the list, but there isn't, unfortunately, so it's going to stay here in an honorable mention. The second honorable mention goes to valturate. This perk, the only thing, and I mean the only thing holding it back, is that it's not on enough maps. It fits the theme of buried, but I really feel like it could have been on a lot of more close-cornered maps to help you be safe, like with that green mist. What valturate does, it shows you where everything is on the map by like a little logo, like a skull, or it shows the perk symbol. When you kill zombies, it also makes them drop either money or bullets, and every once in a while there's a zombie that like has this green mist behind it, and if you stand in the green mist, all the zombies run away from you, and you're safe for a couple seconds to let you reload or regen your health again, or whatever you need to do. I usually sit up at the top of the bank with the paralyzer and just sit in the mist to let the paralyzer recharge. But yeah, if it was on more close cornered maps, it would probably be on the list, but unfortunately, it's not. So it also is an honorable mention. Coming in at number 1, some of you guys could have seen this coming. It's Widow's Wine. What else can I say? There's not much else to even say. Widow's Wine is just phenomenal. It's a great perk. I always use it if it's a perk machine. If you have to get it from the Wonder Fizz, I usually don't use it because it's really hard to get, and I've probably got it a couple times, and that's it. On Drak, it's impossible to get, so I usually just use Perkaholic on that map anyway. But if you don't have any Perkaholics and you're playing Drak, good luck trying to get Widow's Wine. But the usefulness for the perk really makes up for it being hard to get. It replaces your grenades with these like spider things, or whatever you want to call them, and when a zombie hits you, it spreads it all over. Oh god, that sounds oddly sexual, but it spreads it all over them, and then they're stuck in the webs, and you have time to escape, reload, pray to Gandhi, do whatever you want to do. Whatever you feel like doing, you're gonna have time, because the zombies are just gonna be stuck in place. I don't know the exact amount of time they're stuck for, but I know it's for a pretty damn long time, and you're definitely gonna be safe if you get trapped in a corner. And I love this perk. I wish it was still in BO4. It is, but not really, and I'll get into that in a future video. But Widow's Wine undoubtedly comes in at number 1. So those were my picks for the top 5 perks in Call of Duty Zombies. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment telling me what top 5 or what video you want me to make next, and I might see it. And by the way, guys, I'm back. I'm gonna be uploading more videos like this. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to what I was doing before, because honestly, I didn't like it as much as this, but I'm literally playing video games all day, and this is what I'm doing. But yeah, just tell me what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next video, alright? See ya.